Some devils. Gina, back to answer more goddamn questions. And for today, just got one goddamn paid ski and two goddamn order questions. First one from Cody Klein. Paid question. What's up, dog? Been watching the channel for over a year now. Yes, I have watched the back catalog. Good to know, homeboy. Check out them all, goddammit. Why wouldn't you if you like them? My girl sent an email to Hells the other day because she fucked up my Christmas order or some shit. Guess that Christmas order is not so much of a surprise then, huh? She let you know we're coming to the fest through email, and I figured I'd let you know we are getting shirts. Yeah, I put you down for those, so good to know there. I think I'm up to just under 50 shirts total for Dead by Dog shirts. And again, I mean, I'm sure at least minimally 5 of those people aren't going to pull through, but nonetheless, it's a pretty damn good gauge of prediction of sizes to print up, because otherwise you're just completely guessing. Now there's going to be some guessing because it's looking like I'll probably print up, since I'm already almost 50, I'll probably do 100 shirts then. And let's say I only have 50 sizes that people told me. The other 50, I am just guessing. Can't wait for the fest. It's going to be killer and no fucking filler. Damn fucking straight. And no goddamn ear fatigue, too. The only two bands that are similar style is Malignancy and Regurgitation, both being brutal death metal bands, but they don't sound alike at all. But, it's not just all black metal or all brutal death metal or all thrash metal, all fucking 80s heavy metal, because those fests, it's like, I understand you as a fan, but it's like, unless you really know the songs in and out, it's just ear fatigue as fuck. So that's why I purposely had each band it's drastically different. I wanted that, and that's what the formula I'm going to try to follow if I do future fests, which and who knows, I may go to a 2-day fest, etc. It depends on how successful this first one is. So time will tell. We'll know. We'll know June 21st. June. Well, I'll know. I'll know where I stop. Basically, I'll know if I'm doing one or not by the day after, Sunday, June 22nd, 2025. I'll know then if I'm going to do it or not, how much it was worth it. But I'm planning on using the same formula, but can't promise everything too, because a lot of it's like some of it's who you get, like what bands, say yes, etc. Like when I was first setting it up, I emailed Denial of God. They didn't even reply. No reply on the fucking label. Just, fuck that guy. She's not even replying. Why'd they reply, dog? Who knows? Also, my band will be putting out a couple singles here soon, and once they're out, I'll send them over for a review / shout out. You do that, homeboy. The name is Gut Shovel, all one word. Gut, Gut, Shovel, Shovel. Pretty fucking stupid, right? That's he puts question mark. Anyway, talk to you later, dog. I don't think that's a terrible name. Gut Shovel, shoveling out your goddamn guts. Um, I'm assuming there's just one band that, it's not another Disgorge. It's not another fucking, Infernal or something where you put it on. It's like, what the fuck? There's like 20 bands with this goddamn band name, so it's better than that. I get the gist. I mean, when I say the name, I'm like, I can picture what that means. Some stuff. What does that even mean? I have no fucking clue. Can't even pronounce the shit. So it's better than a lot of names I see come through around here. Joe Barrientos, goddamn order question. Hey, Justin, thanks for keeping it metal as fuck. Just had another question topic for the channel if you run out of paid skis. They're running out, goddamn. It's minimum's 2 a day, but goddamn. Then 3,000 plus watchers per day. Didn't get the goddamn memo. What were some of the first zines you got into a mail order catalogs you used to order records from besides Relapse / Nuclear Blast in the 90s? Zines, I've actually been over this topic a couple times. I've never been into zines, you know what I mean? Because at a time, in the beginning, it was as a teenager and funds were limited. So I'm like, am I going to buy another CD or an album, or am I going to buy a magazine by somebody telling me what's cool and telling me what sucks? Fuck that. I mean, plus, I mean, we were going to shows extensively back then. Um, if I wanted anybody's opinion, I would just ask my boys, at the show, and they were kind of veterans, because they're much older than me. So I would just get their takes or have them burn something for me or whatever. So that's how I got into bands. I didn't care about some hoagie stranger in some magazine said. But the only other magazines I got was like the Grimoire of Exalted Deeds. Unfortunately, fucking teenage dog. That was his goddamn source of fucking porn. The only titties he's seen. The fuck I said, goddamn fuckface. It's just I got them not because I bought them, not because it was the goddamn titty magazines. It's because they were sent for free. I believe it was usually Relapse that sent them. Place an order, place a big boy order. Blackmetal.com, maybe it was them too. Places we offer them. I think it was mainly relots. They would just stuff them in there like as freebies. So you had them. Oh, okay, cool. There's a King Diamond interview in here, and I remember the Grimoire of Exalted Deeds. The only interviews that were worth a fuck were goddamn the King Diamond ones. From my understanding, what I heard through the grapevine back then. Don't know if it's true. So chill the fuck out if Bill sees this or whatnot. It's just what I heard. Is that basically the only band he likes is King Diamond, Merciful Fate. So it was the only legitimate kind of like serious interview he would do. The rest, he did some with like Corpse Grinder and shit. He's literally asking them dumb shit like, yeah, how many times do you take a shit a day? Do you prefer foot long hot dogs? Does that make you gay or not? Like he's just asking silly dumb shit. You're like, what? And I know some of the guys were a little, you could tell annoyed in the interview too. Like they said, like, dude, what are you talking about? So got the resound catalogs and shit against their free, but I don't think honestly, I don't think I've ever bought a magazine in my entire goddamn life. Trying to think. I don't think I ever have. So I was never a zine guy. It was just whatever the freebies were that were sent in the goddamn mail order. Music Matters Record Store says, thanks for the Jeff Walker interview, Justin. I posted that one a little while ago now, but yeah, it was one of your best yet. That is kind of funny. It did come out pretty good, but goddamn, like I said, camera falls, had to have Fran the Man edited, etc. Hoping all of that was real and not planned out. In what sense? I mean, it was planned out the interview. Like, hey Jeff, do you want to do it? He had no idea what I was going to ask. I pretty much, I'm not going to say I had no idea what I was going to ask. I had, as a fan, general questions I was going to ask Jeff. So no, it wasn't. It was just off the cuff like I always do. I didn't preface it to him or say, hey, let's. No, it wasn't at all. And like the Sam L guy walking in, I didn't even know the guy was there. I still don't know why the guy was there. I never got a solid answer. So I personally don't care about the later Carcass releases, but it must be so fucking cool for James and Dan to be in Carcass. I mean, what kid doesn't want that? I hate the word kudos, but you got to give them credit on that account. I mean, yeah, he needs some other guys to do it. He can't do it all himself, right? And after all, Jeff, Bill, and Ken are in the top 20 for me all time and on how I listen to music, so I can't get on them too hard. I mean, yeah, the thing is again, rewatching the video, and I know people pointed that out. It probably looks like maybe I was a little dickish to the newer guys, and I could see why I could come off like that when I rewatched it. But I mean, we talked a little bit after the video when it was done. They seemed to be okay. Now, if they took it personally and shit like that, it's kind of like that's on you, dude. Because I just don't get it. It's like obviously, dude, I'm just fucking around because I'm not like you know busting your chops off camera. So clearly, it was just kind of for video, and I didn't know that they were going to be on it. They didn't like force themselves on it. It's just they were sitting there. We're talking to Jeff, and then he just kind of hit record. I was like, oh, I guess they're in on it too. So it's just going off the cuff of what to say. Um, but I mean, yeah, it's I. If they took it seriously, then again, that's on them. But it's also kind of an annoyance that I deal with in life to this day with even people I know. It can even be like my goddamn parents, like people that know me. Like when I say shit, I'm just saying it sarcastically, and they'll take it seriously. And it's like it's a little annoying, especially people that know me. It's like, dude, I'm just joking around. I'm just fucking around. Like it's like Jesus fuck you that goddamn uptight. Um, if it's a total stranger, fine, I get it, I guess. Even though to some extent it should be obvious because it's like, come on, dude, what person just was kind of like say whatever X that's like not politically correct that you wouldn't say to a stranger. It's like, not too many people are. It's like obviously I'm joking. So that's how I kind of I get along with people that are new pretty well when I could see that they could joke around and just not take everything so goddamn seriously. Because I don't take any of the shit I say on this channel serious. I don't take anything I say period freaking serious, dude. Unless it's a serious topic and we're discussing like business or something. Like I'm not like I'm just fucking. I mean, it's the whole just metal in general, man. It's not like a super serious goddamn thing. Granted, I don't think it's a big goddamn goof fest where I want to see none so cute shirts and dumb shit. So it's serious in that sense, but it's not. I mean, you didn't take goddamn Cannibal Corpse lyrics serious if you're going out killing people. You know what I mean? So it's all kind of a joking around in a sense. So it's like that's what the scene is, and that's how it's. I got into it. Part of it was what appealed to me, I guess, because it matched my goddamn personality. And so when others don't, I'm just like, again, more people that just don't belong in this, man. You clearly don't. Like why are you taking it so goddamn fucking out of context and just getting your fucking nuts all up on a goddamn shuffle? It doesn't even make any sense. So Yeah, I thought it went well. It just that was the only I wouldn't say I was concerned, but I mean, if you want to call it a concern. Anyways, pulling up goddamn videos. Throw out a goddamn question. This was yesterday, or the day before ago. Recent video. Dog going backstage for Pantera would get Billy Club thrown out in the parking lot. 192 comments. See if there's any goddamn questions in here. Here's some question marks from Jonah Danley. Hey dog, I had a question about Rotten. Why do you go? Why do they go by Rotten UK when they are from New Jersey? Question marks. I plan on interviewing Jimmy, the head honcho of Rotten UK, and yeah, I actually was going to ask that because I'm not entirely sure myself. As you see the goddamn Rotten UK LP behind me, but on that LP, it doesn't have the UK in the logo at the top, as you can see. So I don't know. I'm assuming it has something to do with the goddamn UK punk scene being influenced by it. That's going to be an educated goddamn guess, but yeah, I'm going to have it clarified. Only goddamn Rotten UK interview that'll be on the tubes, to my goddamn knowledge. I guess I could verify that by searching. Never thought of it, but I can't imagine the too goddamn any, if any at all. Pretty goddamn underground band, very, very good punk band in my book. Again, more non-ear fatigue. I think I have them scheduled as the first band to go on, and then I think after them, I purposely have Regurgitation going on. Hence a drastically different band, and then I think third. Again, I'll have to look at the lineup, but I purposely split it up like this, like I did. I think it is. I think it's first Rotten UK, second Regurgitation's going on for my show, and then I think third I have Evil Army again. Then you go into a thrash band, drastically different. Evil Army or Lurking Corpse is third. And then basically what I'm getting at is I purposely separated by at least one band, but I think two bands, Regurgitation and Malignancy, those being the most two similar bands, same genre of music. I purposely separated them because that way it's not back to back and goddamn ear fatigue in the least bits. It's oh shit, a goddamn punk band to a fucking brutal death band to a thrash band. So Lurking Corpse is a punk fucking thrash band, you know what I mean? Then you got Profanatica second to last, which is pure black metal. Then you got Attic, which is fucking satanic merciful fate worship heavy metal. Um, Drastically different. Zero ear fatigue. Even if you never even heard any of the bands in your entire fucking life, if you're just somewhat of a metal fan, but those bands are all new to you, it's going to be kind of like, oh, this doesn't all sound the fucking same. So that was kind of the idea. But yeah, I don't know. And they're not from Jersey. They're from Philly, New York. But I guess close to Jersey. Goddamn question marks. Anti Viper, what do you think about the drag show at Inferno Fest 2025? Question mark. Satanic metal with another massive L. No idea what you're talking about, but a drag show? I mean, I would not be attending that. More people that need to be found, thrown out, and destroyed. Wimpification at the absolute fucking maximum. My goddamn book. Do what you want, don't care. But Jesus fuck. You got some goddamn mental problems for sure. Gotta see Doc. Get that noggin checked. Evil MFN named Ralph. All right. What happened to Embalmer? Question marks. What happened to you watch my channel, homeboy? Apparently they split up, question marks. Another out of the loop goddamn hoagie. Well, you're out of the loop too, dog. Yeah, but I'm not out of the loop on a channel I'm commenting on. So I clearly watched a channel, which has already been addressed by me, by Paul, and by Brian Baxter interviews. So felt like Paul was just saying he was excited for new material. Then I see in the archives and Embalmer split up. Have a good day, brah. Watch the back catalog. Watch my Brian Baxter interview. Watch my goddamn Paul Gorfield, the last one I think I did. He addresses it. And around that time, I've addressed it. I mean, they're split up. Exact reasons. I think there's only main reason. Roy, the only original member, the drummer, he wanted to retire. And it's kind of like, all right, instead of being a complete cover band, we're hanging it up. That was the reason, to my knowledge. Adam Rutherford, have you ever seen anybody take a dump in the pits? I've not, but nothing at this point. I mean, people do push ups in the pit and play rowboats in the pit. So at this point, nothing would goddamn surprise me. Those are metal records. What about when the dog has an opinion that I don't like? Question mark. Take it and run with it. Do what the hell you want with it. Shouldn't make a difference to you either way. Chances are I never met you, and unless you're coming to Dead by Dog or shows that I'm at, I probably won't. But do what you want, man. Pluto the God. I love you, dog, but the choice to pay for addicts' whole visas and everything was definitely a financial mistake because you are such a super fan of them. Let's be real. they should do a personal performance at your house before they leave for the strings you pulled for them. I mean, I appreciate you saying that. That is kind of the thing is don't want to toot my horns too much, and unless they have some type of popularity in Europe that I'm unaware of, I'm pretty sure that I have given them more goddamn advertisement than anybody else. Could be wrong on that, but that's a fairly educated goddamn guess. And if I'm not number one, I'm definitely fucking number two. Maybe Van Records is advertising more, but it's like, all right, yeah, we signed you. That's kind of his job. So yeah, he has a vested interest too. So of course, uh, you got responses. Oh, and then that so these guys. At like 6:50 after the hours, shock said to him, "I called that when he first did it, 10 G's. I hope he gets his money back and more, but highly doubtful." Pluto the God responded to him, "Yeah, Attic is pretty obscure for 10K. I feel like King himself can't be far off from that if you let him pocket all that ridiculous meet and greet money." Well, first of all, let's get a few things straight. King Diamond getting barely 10 G's. I can tell you for a 100% fact. Why do you think he hasn't been playing? I'm not going to say names because then you could narrow it down to who told me this as a fact, who books shows. Well, I think a lot of these metal shows, Merciful Fate or King Diamond's never played them. Use your imagination as to who. It's pretty easy to figure out. Why do you think they never played? You know why? It's not because King Diamond won't do it. He's clearly willing to do shows. Like he's done those huge fests that Metallica and shit had. Like that Vegas thing coming up. I think there was a Columbus one, same thing, but it's just literally got fucking Mudvayne and dumb shit. Cannibal Corpse is playing it too, and so is Metallica. Like I think 2 days. That guy's easily putting on no joke. That fest is costing him. I'm not even exaggerating. Easily $10 million with those bands. Like easily $10 million. Well, some of these other shit fests that are bigger, but not that size, not Metallica size. You know why King Diamond's never played them? You know why Merciful Fate's never had them? You're worried about 10 grand for Attic, and I'm going to address that in a second too. Do you know what it is? You know what he wants for those fests? Crickets? Don't think he's getting 10 grand? It's over $100,000 to get him for one of those 1 day fests. Over 100,000 all in. Granted, he has expenses, and the other guy's got to be paid. So let's say that's all in. Let's say because it was over 100,000, the number I was told, as a factual number, not a bullshit yanked out of the ass number, because they tried to get him. Fuck that. I don't know if we can make that back. Let's say that includes hotels, flights, fly everybody over. Let's just say cost everything, travel and hotels for them. Let's just say it was 10 grand. Let's throw another 5 grand in there just to transport their merch and shit. They had to get it on a truck line. That's 15 grand. All right. The total was 115 grand. So it was over $100,000. All right. Cost was 15 grand. That covered that. You got 100 to work with. 5 guys in the band. 5 divided by goddamn 100. That's $20,000 in each guy's pocket. I can 100% assure you, King Diamond's not getting the same amount of money as the goddamn bass player is. Whoever's even doing bass for him now. It's not evenly split. It's probably my guess is if I had to make an educated guess, whatever that money's left, it's 40% King, 40% Andy LaRock, split up the rest. 40-40 on $100,000 remaining. He's getting paid $40,000 for that night in his pocket. What do you mean he's not getting 10? So your comparison, you're way off. You guys, you Dick Tracy's, they think you know the business side. You know nothing, man. Stop talking. You're just embarrassing yourself. And Addict's not asking for 10 grand, dum dum. It's actually not a lot of money at all. As a matter of fact, as far as the money they're asking for, they're not even the most expensive band on the bill. I'm not going to say who is, none of your goddamn business. They're actually, I'll just go on and say this the most expensive band on the bill, Addict's a third of the price of what they get. The agreement is, one reason it's expensive because it's the flights. So the person making the most money off my fest is the goddamn airlines. And I got to give visas. That's why. That's the only way to bring them in. So there's that. And now if you're just, well, yeah, but you're still spending 10 grand to get them over here, that's not worth it. First off, leave the decisions of the business, man. Just keep on watching, homeboy. Not to fucking sound arrogant or anything. Do you honestly think that a lot of the people that are coming from out of town to the fest, that they're coming specifically because Addict's playing? No, they're not. The reason is because it's my fest and they're a fan of the channel. Hence, what does that mean? If my headliner was Denial of God or it was Destructor from Australia, I can almost guarantee you the attendance would be almost, say Attic wasn't playing. The attendance would be exactly the same. I'm not saying none of these people are coming because they don't like Attic and they're only coming to see the dog and they just want a big fucking hug and a sloppy goddamn kiss. I'm not saying that. They're coming for the nostalgic fan value. I've had multiple people, multiple. When I say multiple, it's well over fucking, it's got to be close to 50 that have direct messaged me saying they're coming from out of state because it's my fest. That's why they're coming. It's not because Attic. So I'm bringing Attic because I think it's a quality band that I'm a huge fan of because I'm going to bring shit that it's out of my pocket. I may as well bring bands. And then the factor is, who else are you going to bring that Maryland Death Fest ain't getting, that Milwaukee Metal Fest ain't getting, who isn't on tour all the time like an Immolation Incantation? Who are you going to get that's you just haven't seen? All right, and that I like. Denial of God was one option. Hemorrhage would be another one. I keep them in my back pocket because you don't get to see them all the time. They've played a couple of Marylands. That's about it. Attic. So I brought them over. So, but it doesn't matter who that band was. They're coming for the fest of the because I'm putting it on. So technically speaking, let's just say this fest is a success. It's more because of me over the band Attic. That is a fucking fact. I'm not trying to sound like a dick. I'm not trying to sound arrogant. That is just a 100% fact. Take that for whatever the hell you will. So it doesn't matter who that headline was to an extent. Now, if you're talking like, yeah, bring Merciful Fate, now you're talking because that would bring people that don't give a flying ass fuck about J-Dawg, no idea who my hokey ass is, but are going to come to the show because Merciful Fate. That's a little outside my goddamn budget. Now that's taking a goddamn risk. And another thing, because a lot of bands that I want to see, and may as well just get somebody I'd like to see, is it's kind of a test of myself. How good of a fucking businessman am I on I'm putting on shows? Because we did Hell's Head Bash, a couple of those, and those were successful. Didn't lose money on those. Came out ahead. But I don't like to take credit for that because I was only quote unquote helping out. I don't even know if I was fucking helping out. It was Easy E doing and Sea Dog doing the behind the scenes. And it's not because Dumbo Dog's just fucking kicking back and fucking getting blowjobs and ain't doing nothing. No, it's just because I have to make sure the day to day, the orders and stuff are getting out. I don't have time to add that to my goddamn plate. This is on a much smaller scale, and I am setting it up. It is my personal finance I'm putting in. It was all the bands, my idea. I contacted them. I set up everything. And me promoting it on the channel, me printing up flyers, me contacting people, asking them to promote it for me, shit like that. All me. So it's kind of a challenge to myself. See how successful or unsuccessful I am. Just to challenge myself. Kind of like, honestly, that's part of the reason what was inspired me about bodybuilding. Started a business with my brothers, pretty successful, make a living off it. Not a millionaire, no goddamn Bill Gates or nothing over here, not even goddamn close. But doing something that for out of passion that you're able to make a living off of, that's kind of cool. Not everybody can say that, right? But it wasn't just all me. I had help. Obviously, I couldn't do it without them. Could they do it without me? Maybe so, maybe no. I don't know. But I could. But I have no problem admitting. Doesn't bother me at all, even in the slightest, to admit that I couldn't do it without them. Having said that, that was part of what was inspiring about bodybuilding. It's all on me. It's all me, 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 me. I have to figure this out. I have to do this. I have to eat these meals. I have to do this training. I have to do this cardio. I have to figure out the rest and recovery. I have to figure all this out. I have to do this. Me, 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 me. Any amount of success I get out of it, of what I built, I can look back and be like, I did that. I had no goddamn help. So part of this is just on that another scale because I like to kind of do that. If it's something that interests me, I don't give a fuck to be like, hey, J-Dawg, try this XY sport or try to start up this business and I have no passion for it whatsoever. I don't care. I'm not even interested in. I don't know. Maybe I can do it successful, but that's not fun to me because I'm not the least bit interested in it. This I am. And like I've said too, the number one question that I've always gotten asked in person to date is by far the number one. There's not even a close second. The number one is when is Hell's Headbangers doing another Hell's Head Bash? When are you doing another one? That's always the fucking thing. Fast forward to goddamn earlier this year, just as because I needed a goddamn birthday present. We've been together fucking for over a decade now. Lindsay and I. She turned 40. I'm like, fuck, I don't know what the hell to get her. I've gotten her everything under the goddamn sun. How about just throw together a cool event? I'm running out the club, out the show, and guess what? I expected to lose money on it. People came from out of state, and I actually ended up making a profit on it. Wasn't expecting that. I'm like, fuck, I wasn't even trying. I didn't print up flyers. I gave 1 or 2 shout outs on the show. That was it. And that was a success. And that wasn't even me trying. That was just me getting local homeboys, not local, Nunslaughter, my boys in Molder, Melting Rot, Lurking Corpses. You notice all this is just friends of mine, a Val, Elise, a friend of mine. It was just all me asking friends bands. And so that's just like bands, not like, holy shit, I've never seen these guys. It was bands that if you're in the area, you've kind of have seen before. And I ended up coming out ahead. I think there was like 200 people in attendance at the goddamn thing. So if I didn't try that, I'm like, oh, man, everybody's asking for a fest. Why not give myself this personal challenge? Easy and Sea-Dog don't really want to do a Pulse Head Bash anytime soon, at least. I've already been over why, and I understand why they don't. It's because of the competition out there now. So, fuck it. Why don't I try to start it and see what kind of actual fandom I do or don't have? Who knows? Maybe well, first off, there's definitely going to be over 100 people. I know that's just all pre-sold tickets. But let's say let's say the day comes and day of the show, there's 115 people showed up. All right, yeah, that was kind of a flop. I lost some money. Probably not doing a second one. No harm, no foul. Few grand loss, not a huge deal. Not going to lose sleep. Had a good time. So hung out with some cool people. They had a good time. I had a good time. Got to see Attic again. Shot some interviews. Advertising for the channel. Win, win, win. So when you're saying 10 grand for Attic, you're looking at a very, very narrow minded. Yeah, if it's Billy Bob Joe Smith who owns a fucking club, he owns Reggie's in Chicago, and he's like, I want to put on a show. I love Attic. I'm bringing them in. 10 grand. They're doing a one-off show. Yeah, he's probably going to lose his ass. Nobody knows who Billy Bob Joe fucking Smith at goddamn Reggie's is. They're called Reggie's, but that's not that goddamn special. I'm going to go to Reggie's just because Attic's coming out. And he hasn't been pimping the shit out of Attic, which just put in the comic box. How many of you become new Attic fans because of fucking J-Dog? And I know it's a shitload just based off when we restocked all their stuff and when people send the comments. So you shy boys, put it the fuck in there. And if there's only 5 comments in there, that means the other 24 of them are shy as fuck. So that's just who got into the goddamn band for me. Do they get in them enough because they're going to come out to the show? I guess we're going to fucking find out now, aren't we? So, leave the goddamn business decision to the dog. I think he knows what he's goddamn doing. Comes with search, look at it, but he's got my skin in the morning. Later, goddamn it.